Hey, to West Texas Prepper. Hope everybody's doing well. It's going to bring you a quick shop update video. About a year ago, I uploaded a video over at my mother-in-law's house. She had an RV barn that I went in and cleaned out for, with the understanding that I would be able to use it for my shop. And finally starting to see that come to fruition. Probably over a year later, year and a half later, starting to get to the point where I can get some stuff done, which is nice. A lot of it, just when I did, I was winding up pool season, projects going on. And so I'm finally starting to get some things done, moved around, done like I need to, gradually and slowly. One of the things I did this past weekend, I've started sort of laying some things out that I want to do in the shop. I've got a big compressor here. This was at my dad's house. It's a Campbell Hausfield compressor, upright. One of the things I have to do is get it wired in. It's 220, 230. I've got a plug back in here behind this. I've got to get some longer cord for it to be able to plug it in. But I'm trying to get it set up. I think what I'm going to do over here is I have 4 of these larger jacks and I have 8 small jacks that I've got underneath the pop-up camper right now. And I'm going to build some shelving to stick those over here. They don't get used a lot, so I can sort of put them in this corner and not worry about it. I've got a couple floor jacks that I'll either wind up moving this over a little bit more this way so I can park them both over here and free up some space. I do have a floor drain in here. I've got to find out that it doesn't actually tie into anything, it just drains outside, so I probably won't be using that, but I do have a water supply, so I've got some thoughts and ideas and some things that I can do in this area of the shop as far as maybe a hand sink or something like that. This is a tool chest that was at my dad's house. I've gone through a lot of the tools. I still have some tool organization to do. This is for the most part about 90% empty. There were some things in there that I didn't pack up when I moved everything into storage and then eventually over to here. This is up here at the top of this. This is 6 foot tall. I am 6'2", so my eyes hit it right about up here at the top. So I'm probably going to wind up taking this middle set of drawers out. I'm going to keep them, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. But this will help me get some tools organized. That way I can have tools at home and then tools over here in the shop as well. So I'll find something to do with that somehow, some way. This was his workbench that I brought throughout the moves. It's made a couple of different moves. Broke some handles off. These were inexpensive handles I think he just had laying around when he put this together. I mean, it's a great bench. This is a solid core door that were moved out of when they did some remodeling at one of the schools that he worked at. They were just going to throw them away, so he salvaged 3 or 4 of them. He turned them into benches. I have this one here. My workbench at home is made out of the same material. And I was trying to think if can't remember if I've got any more or I just left them there when I moved, which is sort of a shame, but it was when we sold his house, didn't have a lot of time to get out. So I've got a little bit of work to do on the bench top here. I'm going to go in and it's got a lot of drill holes and things in it. You can see I'll go in and fill and resand it and go in and put some linseed oil on it and get it finished back up and make it look nice and hold up. I will be going in and putting pegboard in. I'm going to tie into this metal beam somehow, and I'm not going to go up very high. I'll probably either come up to here or maybe just at eye level, about 6 foot tall, and put in some pegboard here so I can have some ready access to some hand tools on the bench. This cabinet was my first tool cabinet. It's a Craftsman. This was a gift, years ago, probably 10, 12 years ago. It is empty. I've cleaned it out because what I've done is I bought a bigger tool cabinet that's even larger than this one. It probably comes up to here. but it's a wider tool cabinet. And what I'm going to use this tool cabinet for is all my reloading stuff, my gun cleaning kits, everything. I'm going to get them organized and in drawers and out of the drawers and cabinets that they're in. I've got a couple of good sized drawers down here on the bottom that I think, well, that black shows up real well on camera, that I'll wind up using for brass. I think my powder will fit in to one of these, so I'll wind up being able to put powder and primer in here as well, plus all my reloading stuff. So I'm really looking forward to getting that organized, clean. I need to get it cleaned down, it's a little dusty. And then I'm going to go in and set up my reloading bench down here on this corner so I can have a lot of access. I'll be bringing you those videos a little bit later on. So that was just some updates. I've got some got the cabinets put in. You can see some of the preps down there. Got some water. And then I've got stored up. It's not all of it. I've got some that's over here and then some at the house. But in the meantime, this is where I'm starting to organize a lot of my preps. I have gear. This is a lot of gear that I just need to go through and organize. And I'll be showing you that and how I'm trying to get things consolidated. Fishing equipment that was mine and my dad's, I've got to go through and restrip all the reels, all the coolers I've got organized. My rain barrel collection, I've got 5. I've got 2 or 3 more to go pick up tomorrow or the next day and add to this. This is going to be for my rainwater collection that I'll start working on in the spring, over the winter, in the springtime. One of my projects. It is not a big priority since we do have a well where we have the garden, but that will be something I'm doing. There are the tires, 4 new ones and the 3 bad ones. I'm still trying to decide what I'm going to do with those tires and wheels. Don't know yet. But that's where I'm at in the shop. It's got nice big overhead door there, another big overhead door there, and then over there, and you can see I've still got some organization stuff to do. A lot of my pool stuff over there, upstairs. Then I've got some shelving up there that we're trying to organize, so we're getting there. It's a good sized shop. I'm pleased with it, but I was just gonna show you that workbench. It's a good sized workbench. Air hose. I actually found that cleaning out my mother-in-law's shop. Her husband had that over here, and so I'm in the process of got some measurements and got the hardware stuff ready to go. So we'll get that mounted. A lot of that just depends on, I'll mount it on this rail up here. A lot of it just depends on where I'm going to put the compressor. I don't want to cover up my plugs, so it's either going to go there or I'll move it all the way over here. I just getting sort of tied up over in here on what I'm going to do. So we'll see. We'll get it figured out. I might just make some shelves that I can park these under and then put those jack stands up on those and then go ahead and put that back, put this all the way back in the corner where I had it to begin with. But that's what we got going on in the shop. I was over here unloading the truck and trailer tonight, closing down one of my last pools. I've got one more to go. Was able to get the cover on it tonight in the dark, but we got it taken care of. But just wanted to bring you an update on my shop, some future videos, especially on my the press that I have is a Lee Loadmaster. I've got some additional things coming in for it that I'm going to go over and run some reviews on as I'm putting it together and getting things set up. I will do that. Some new things I've been looking at. I haven't reloaded in, I don't know, 12 years, 10 years or something like that. Just because of the fact that I had so much ammo reloaded, I didn't need to load anything, but I want to get back into it. I need to start loading some different calibers for some guns that I have now and want to get that set back up and going again to give me something to, like I don't have enough to do already, but give me something to do. When I just get a little downtime, I can come out here and spend an hour and, and load 5, 6, 700,000 rounds or so in a short period of time. But running along on the video, I apologize. Appreciate you watching YouTube. Thanks for all you do. Do what you can with what you have, where you're at.